With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Light. In the last video, well, two videos ago really, we learned that Alex Zabel is Axel Blaze and is the coach of Mount Olympus, a team that we are not going to play against in this chapter because, you know, we're in the semi-finals and the people we're actually going to face is Universal. So we needed to train for that by heading to the riverbank, and I tell you what, I have not had to navigate this map for a long time because Inazuma has been skip travelling me all over the place, and as soon as I get here I got skip travelled again. Hey JP, there's something been on your mind. Maybe you could tell me about it. It helps to talk about these things.
Yeah, you're right. The truth is...
So Sam wants you to play in goal?
Why? He says I would be a different kind of goalie and that it would be a good thing. But I just don't know. It's not that I hate the idea of being a goalie. It's just I've been in defense for so long.
Coach Evans used to be a goalie too, right?
Yeah, he was so cool back when he was the goalie for Inazuma Nacional.
And why don't you make that your goal? To be like Coach Evans?
I can't even imagine playing like him.
I know how you feel. Mark Evans is a blimmin' amazing player. It ain't easy following that. Huh?
Who are you?
Just another bloke who dabbles in football. A goalie, if you must know. Oh, really? Yeah. Back when I was about your age, I trained like blimmin' crazy to be like Mark. That's how I learned how great it is to play in goal. Wow. I guess he really is an inspiration to everyone.
Monsieur, can I ask something? Is it really tough to play in goal? It is, isn't it? You've got to think so hard about what your teammates need from you and...
Yeah, it ain't like playing in other positions. You have to concentrate on the whole pitch and track what everyone's doing. It's a lot to take in, but once you've got that down, everything just becomes clear. You can handle anything that comes your way.
Wow.
Knowing everyone's depending on you and still feeling brave enough to face any shot that flies at you, that's what being a goalie means.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
I'm glad you think so. Anyway, I'll let you get back to your training now. Get on.
Thank you for your advice.
You know, I feel like I've seen that guy somewhere before. I think he might have even played in the pro leagues. Or even for Japan.
Come on, Darren, let's get back to our training. It's going to get dark soon, and we need to work on our passes.
Right. Looking to follow in Mark Evans' footsteps, eh? I mean, good luck to the both of you.
Hey, guys.
Wow, JP really seems to have cheered up. I wonder why. As long as he's ready to play his best, I won't think I care. Ah, the Virtuoso is here.
Everyone, we need to get our things ready. We're practicing over at Royal Academy today. Royal Academy? Estato. Coach Travis and the others have set us up with some new training partners. Apparently, we already know them. Oh, I wonder who they could be. Well, only one way to find out. But more importantly, that little cameo from Darren LaChance, the goalkeeper on backup squad in Inazuma National, and also the main goalkeeper of Raimon in Inazuma 11-2 for a brief period. I know it's supposed to go back to Mark Evans when you actually get to the final boss, but I always saw Darren LaChance as the real goalkeeper of that team. And this guy looks just like him. Is that a reused sprite, I wonder? But yeah, they kind of recognised that he was probably a pro football player based on that conversation and his appearance. But it's just subtly thrown in there. Darren LaChance has a little word with JP to encourage him to be a goalkeeper. Only problem is, well, JP was a bit of a rubbish goalkeeper in the last game. It has to be said. The Resistance have different dialogue here. So again, if we were playing Shadow, we would be able to speak to Nelly Raimon here, but unfortunately we don't have that option in this game because she's chilling at home instead. Apparently Hillman and Zabel are neck and neck in the election, even though in the very previous episode they said that Zabel had taken a slight lead again. There's no point in trying to keep up with the election results because it flip-flops around just as much as the real electoral results. But yeah, JP, you can try being a goalkeeper, but don't be like you were in the previous match, please, because that made everything so much harder. You took your time. Dodge! And Alessandro Grande from Lunacy, Njord Snio from Alpine, and Bay Laurel from Kirkwood. What are you all doing here? We've decided to join the resistance and fight against 5th Sector. We all agreed that's what's best. We want to get rid of the restrictions so we can all play football for real again. You guys helped us remember what football should really be about. We're grateful for that. I'm glad to hear it.
Excellent. Now that we're all on the same page, what would you say to a quick field exercise in preparation for the battle ahead?
You mean a practice match? With top players like you? That'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, we thought this would be the best way to help you out, like. It's right tense watching you lot play football. You better get a bit stronger for the sake of our nerves, if not else.
It's good to see more people joining us, especially when 5th Sector lose a bit of support at the same time. I'm so glad we got the chance to play all of you again. Let's have a great game. We'll see how happy you are when we kick your sorry butts. Let's get started as soon as you're ready. So that's it, a nice chance to gain some experience points without having to dive into the extra competition routes, although that I still will do if I'm at all under-leveled. This is a full match, and we actually slightly over-level this team, and I'm not sure how that happened, because I was within the level cap for the previous match, and I have not played a single game since then, so they've only dropped in estimations. But this is kind of like an extra competition route match of its own, because it's just a combination of various important team members from the past few teams we've faced off against. We've got Alpine team members on here, we've got Kirkwood team members on here, and Lunacy Military Academy guys as well. So pretty much everyone that we've faced in the Nationals, except for, of course, Mirage Academy, because that's only just happened. But we can still feel confident in the knowledge that their team captain of Harold Houdini has been pretty much converted. This is the 3rd match in the game that we are playing on the Royal Academy pitch, so they are getting their money's worth out of that 3D modelled environment. You know, the first 2 matches were against Royal Academy themselves, one without their fighting spirits and one with. But of course, this team that we're playing against right now, the Revolutionaries, have plenty of fighting spirits to deal with, and I will bring them out as necessary, but I don't really want to use it until they've brought out one of their own at the very least, because, you know me, I like to win my matches using just regular special moves if I can, and admittedly, you've all seen more than enough of Doom Dive Drive by now. It's going to be no different to seeing Lancelot Lunge.
Awesome save! Playing in goal is truly awesome!
I mean, you haven't been brought into play yet, but yet that's another reminder. Then they get automatically kicked to offside. Wow. I haven't changed my formation at all since the previous match. I really should have thought that through, because Bay Laurel is bringing up... Bay Laurel is his name, not the other way around. I'm going to go for a long shot here to try and wear down the TP of Alessandro Grande, because if I remember rightly, he does not have a fighting spirit. And yeah, Arian's going to steal that credit again, because I gave triangle double Z to Arian, thinking we were never going to see Zephyr shot again. I thought the running in the 90s joke had finally expired. But nope, thanks to its use as a shot chain, we're seeing more of it than ever. And this time it actually manages to secure a goal. I remember to go silent when we score a goal, but whenever the opponents score a goal against us, and it's one of the few opportunities to hear voice-acted clips from the opposing team captains, I never seem to remember then. And yeah, Alessandro Grande does have a fighting spirit, my mistake. It's Gigante. He just wasn't that interested in bringing it out. So again, I will postpone the idea of using my own for now and just unwind and have a nice fun match, because I tell you what, the last match was stressful. Knowing that JP is utterly useless in goal and that I still had to get a 1-goal lead in such a limited amount of time with all those mission objectives going on as well. It took a lot of effort from me to pull that off, and I am glad that I managed to beat that match on my first try without getting any failures involved. Yeah, I should really have brought out Roma's fighting spirit because I need it to get past Alessandro's. But he's going to waste his Giga Knuckle sandwich. Yeah, Mirage, that is such a difficult match. And it's less of a difficulty spike than, say, Occult, because at least it's towards the end of the game. But they make you do a lot. The only thing they could have done that was worse is put you at an immediate goal disadvantage that you have to recover with 2 goals. But yeah, overcoming their fighting spirits with absolutely no goalkeeper whatsoever, that's a lot of work. And you know, it's actually kind of useful that the Alpine guy brought out White Pawn as a fighting spirit, because that's pretty unthreatening as it goes. I'm not very scared of that one. I nearly passed Arian there and it would have been offside, but okay, they're going to dispossess me. That's a shame, because I was going to bring out the fighting spirit with Roma and go for a goal. But never mind, we're not here just for play-by-plays. We're here to learn a little more about the Revolutionaries, of course named after the Revolution to take down 5th Sector, and they have the special tactic Thunderbolt, which is still possibly the best that we've got in our arsenal. Moves, special tactics like Upsy Daisy take up more TP, but Thunderbolt just seems to set up a near guaranteed goal every time. In fact, why don't I try and demonstrate that now? Well, in the second half. What's going on? I can feel some kind of power welling up inside me. I felt something like this before. What could that be? You've already got a fighting spirit, mate, and some very good special moves. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a go if we can dispossess the team, which we can. Whirly Whirly is going to run out Arian's TP, and I'm definitely going to have to switch my formation around to avoid having an out of stamina, out of TP Roma at the front of the pitch like I did in the previous match. And really should have thought through before spending 3 whole minutes on a single mission objective. Thunderbolt just sets up a guaranteed shot. It is so good, and granted we're not actually going to be able to score, I don't think, because this goalkeeper still has 1 more Giga Knuckle sandwich in him, and even if he didn't, he'd still be plenty strong enough just through that. They've actually got all 3 fighting spirits on one team right now, and I've not got a single one out. For a moment I thought that was the gruff guy from Alpine. No, he's just the other really scary man that you wouldn't want to cross in a dark alleyway. Not the actual guy who tried to ruin what was otherwise my favourite match of the game, Alpine. And that still rings true, because mainly because of their team captain, I will concede. Have I gotten up? Yes, I can. No. It just gave me the false hope, I see. Made me think I could, but I couldn't. Use Emperor Penguin number 7, one of my favourite moves. But yeah, Alpine, despite the excess of mission objectives, it still reigns as my favourite just because of Njord Snio, who's had a total of 1 line of dialogue in this story-required match where he makes an appearance. It's easy to forget that this match is even in the game at all, but it's a nice little time passer and gets you some necessary TP, as I said before. Chance to work on those fundamentals, because boy, we all know I still can't do goal kicks and long passes properly. Alright, so I'm going to sliding tackle, and we've gone almost the whole match without using one, and I could very well hold the 1-0 lead without getting this extra goal. We've only had 1 chance to see Bushin Blades in the entire project, so let's see it, eh? Beautiful move that. Love to see it, and it's going to go in. Comfortably so. Maybe he didn't have another Gickenuggle sandwich in the tank. There we go. So that's a nice, comfortable lead. Makes a change from those extra competition route matches where I'm always trying to win 5-0, or a story match where I just desperately want to not waste too much time on the mission objectives. This is exactly what you need sometimes. Just Inazuma 11, play football. And yeah, it's got all of this business involved. That's going to be unavoidable no matter what. I've made it quite clear throughout this project that I'm not a big fan of fighting spirits because they take the variety away from the game. I would rather see lots of different special moves and less so stuff that does the same thing every single time and is almost invincible and, you know, is the metagame for Inazuma 11. If you want to win a multiplayer match or a really important high-leveled extra competition route match, you're not going to do it without fighting spirits. They truly dominate this game. And I will say that there is a solution that the developers come up with in Inazuma 11 Go 2. And I kind of like fighting spirits in that one in a sense, but we are not at that point yet. Inazuma 11 Go is by far the most stale in terms of gameplay because you are just using fighting spirit after fighting spirit until you get 5-0 in every optional match. That's how I play the game, and it's why Inazuma 11 Go is the one I've spent the least time on in the after game, because I don't just want to use the same fighting spirits to decide every match. But, you know, that was a little example of how I would freely play the match, just at my own pace with regular special moves to try and level them up.
We lost?
Grandioso, the match is ours. Now, special moves, please. We've got Pyroclastic as a dribbling move. Aha, Roma has got Rising Dragon. I want to see that in action soon. And also, finally, Rusty has a new defensive move that has more than 20 power. Cough, cough, runaway train.
Grazie, everyone. We're grateful for your help. I think we've all learned a lot today.
Same here. It's a great feeling being able to really go for it.
I bet there are more people out there who've learned to appreciate real football by watching you guys play. Like a certain guy over there.
You better win and take back football. For all our sakes. We're counting on you.
Right.
I'm getting all emotional.
Oh, man up. Get back to training.
Sam, Alessandro. Could you help me train to be a goalie? I've liked my new role, but I need to train.
Are you serious?
Yes, I want to defend our goal from between the posts.
Nice. I've been waiting ages to hear you say that. Didn't think it would sound so weird, but whatever.
Can you help me train? Hallucinant, I'll do my best.
That's French for I must be hallucinating. You really are something, JP. Well, I better train hard as well.
JP's really going at it with Sam and Alessandro again, or is he really come out to be a goalie?
I can't say. Sam says he's had his eye on JP for a long time, but
he is getting better, like. I've not seen him stopping shots left, right and centre.
not all of them, but some of them. JP, focus on the ball more. In a real match, you never know when somebody might take a shot.
Right, let me try again. Keep them coming.
Sam, what do you say we give him a bit of a trial by fire? What do you have in mind? Well, this. Ha! Let's see you stop a shot from my fighting spirit. Failure is not an option.
What? How am I supposed to stop this?
You have to
concentrate on the whole pitch and track what everyone's doing. Once you got that down, everything just becomes clear. Knowing everyone's depending on you and still feeling brave enough to face any shot that flies at you. That's what being a goalie means.
I have to try. I have to stop this shot.
A fighting spirit? Being faced with Alessandro's fighting spirit must have forced him to unleash his potential.
Well, this was an unexpected development.
JP, you did it! You summoned a fighting spirit! All your training really paid off!
I summoned... Oh la vache!
Wow, JP saved that shot with a fighting spirit of his own. I guess I was right about him all along. Could have fooled me. Well, I mean, the kid just reached a level I never could. I suppose I'm a little jealous. But I am proud of him. These new members really are just what we needed. When we leave, I know the team will be in good hands. That's so like you. Personally, I'm not ready to give way to the next generation just yet. Now back to practice.
Gosh.
The fighting spirit Atlas awoke within JP, and you may have noticed that it was absolutely definitely using Margin the Hand as a special move there. But that's going to be it. We have got a fighting spirit on JP, and we beat the Revolutionaries as well. So that will certainly do it for this episode. We'll finish the training. In the next episode, we'll carry on with some more tricks of the trade. TTFN.